Good morning, everyone. Today is August 1st. We've made it, unfortunately, through July. Today is the first Friday of the month, and we're going to be very busy today. I ended my vacation a day early because I didn't want to stick Judge Pattison with all these pretrials. We have approximately 50 cases this morning. 65 people, maybe 50 separate defendants. So we'll see how we're going to do. We have people in the waiting room. We have an interpreter in the waiting room. We have a lawyer from the Upper Peninsula in the waiting room. And time to get back to work. As I said on Tuesday, I had a wonderful week at Mackinac Island. And it's about as good as it gets. But at some point, you got to come back from vacation. We have a visitor, Tony, here from Chicago, MSU Law School graduate. Took a day to come up here and suffer through this. Deputy Studebaker is here by a special guest appearance today. And he's back with us. And Tazi Marku is here.
I spoke to Mr. George. He said a civil infraction, $100 fine.
All right.
Is what he said on that. So
Thank you, Your Honor, for suggesting that. I didn't realize what it was or who would be involved.
All right. I think we're ready to actually do some business. Let me again say good morning to everybody, but it's time to get to work. So I didn't have a lot of time to let this run. Good morning, Melbourne. All right, we're going to start with the esteemed Anastasi Marku and his client, Brian Eugene Ford. File number here is 251143SM. Good morning, sir. Are you Brian Ford?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. This is a charge of domestic assault. Let's go to the case. All right, the first matter that we're going to deal with is file 251143. As I mentioned, it alleges domestic assault. It's alleged that on or about May 9th in Fabius Township, that Brian Ford did assault Jennifer Cataldo, an individual he had a dating relationship with. It's commonly known as domestic violence or domestic assault. Punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. The prosecutor has met with your attorney, Mr. Marku, and they've agreed to reduce this to a charge of disturbing the peace. That does happen from time to time. Disturbing the peace is an old-fashioned simple misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. It doesn't have a firearm restriction like domestic assault does, and it doesn't show as an assaultive offense. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to plead to the lesser charge of disturbing the peace?
Yes, sir.
I don't have an advice of rights, so let me tell everybody else who's here that if you plead guilty to a criminal charge, you give up your right to have a trial. There won't be a trial. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to have an attorney. You've retained an attorney, and that's fine with us. You could also have asked to have had an attorney appointed. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury cannot hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You were dating Jennifer Cataldo at that time?
Yes, sir.
And May 9th was a Friday night. And you and she got into an argument.
Yes, sir.
Remember what the argument was about?
Just common disagreements of a relationship.
Your Honor, if I may, they were
yes.
living in Kalamazoo at the time. There was a argument in the apartment. He said he was gonna leave. She started throwing all of his stuff outside of the apartment. Brian then moved down here. She followed him down there. They had a confrontation outside, and during that confrontation, both of you were yelling and you disturbed the peace.
Yes, sir.
All right, you yelled at her, cursed at her, and threw
Yes.
a bottle of Propel water at her. Who was at this M60 and Dud Road? You just pulled off the side of the road?
Is that what ended up happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, they take you to jail?
No.
Did you go to jail later?
Only once a warrant was issued and I turned myself in.
All right. Mr. Marco, anything else you want me to know about that?
Your Honor, the two of them no longer are together. They haven't been together since essentially that date. There's an ongoing like business disputes and things like that I'm handling on Mr. Ford's behalf. He's having no contact with her. He's doing everything. He's complied with bond, and I'd ask the court to impose fines and costs.
That is the normal procedure when the prosecutor reduces it to disturbing the peace. A $100 fine, a $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum. $225, 1 day jail credit, 1 day. Can you pay that today, or do you need time to pay it?
If you could give me 30 days.
Yeah, that's the norm. I'll give you till September 1st to pay this. I hate to even say September 1st. 225 by 9, 125. What do you do, sir?
I'm sorry.
What's your occupation?
I own my own tree removal company. Having to hire counsel and take care of other miscellaneous expenses has kind of tapped me out.
Yes. There's an electrical outlet on the floor and it stops my chair. All right, there's the envelope regarding the disturbing the peace. We have a new case of a retail fraud in the city of Three Rivers, which is 251397 OM. That stands for ordinance misdemeanor. Let's take a look at that one. You were scheduled to be here for this case, so they set this for an arraignment at the same time. Let me tell you what the charge is. It's alleged that on or about June 9th, about a month after this incident, that you were at the Walmart store. I'll read it the way it's written. Guilty of a misdemeanor civil infraction. Store is open to the public. You altered, transfer, removed, replaced, conceal, or otherwise misrepresent misdemeanor or civil infraction. The price at which property is for sale. Mr. Tim George, the Three Rivers City Attorney, is here, has discussed this with Mr. Marco, and he would agree to reduce this to a civil infraction. Is that correct, Mr. George?
That's correct, Your Honor.
As Mr. Marco told you, a civil infraction is not a crime. It's like running a stop sign or speeding. It doesn't carry any criminal penalty. You can't go to jail for a civil infraction. And the wise choice of Three Rivers and Sturgis, they have an ordinance of civil infraction for retail fraud. The state does not. Retail fraud is a misdemeanor under state law, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. But the city has a civil infraction where the fine is $100 and there's no criminal penalty. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It says here you took a $16 blue polo shirt that they recovered. You were easy to spot. You had your tree recovery vehicle. Did you take a blue polo shirt from the Walmart store in Three Rivers on June 9th?
Your Honor, he doesn't have a clear memory of this. In fact, when I told him about the incident, we thought it might be a different store, but, because he doesn't really go to Walmart. So it might be that you might have to set this, Your Honor.
All right, well, it's a civil infraction. White Chevy Silverado, tree service marking on the side, utility light on the top.
That's his truck, Your Honor.
Yes.
I just want to
Looked up the
admit to it.
debit card and it came back to Brian Ford. Then they watched the video and it matched your picture on your driver's license. Fine, it costs $100 due September 1st.
And I think I'm allowed to admit responsibility on a civil infraction on behalf of the
You
client.
are.
So we'll admit to that just so that he can move forward with this. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
yes.
Well, I haven't seen the videos, but it looks like pretty compelling evidence. And Walmart has high definition. I'm not even really sure why we're screwing around with $16.98, but Three Rivers Police Department is the private security force for the Walmart store in Three Rivers. And in the wisdom of the city attorney, they have agreed to reduce this to a civil infraction.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you owe two fines, one's 100 and one's 225. You owe $325 by September 1st.
All righty.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Mark. Was that all you have for me today?
That's all I have for you today. Thank you very much.
All right.
Mr.
thank you.
George's files.
Yes, Tim George is here and he's got quite a few cases assigned to him today. We'll start to address those. Tim, do you have anything that needs an interpreter?
No, sir.
Who would you like to address first?
Mr. Whisk is just the last retrial, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Whisk, would you come forward? He made me feel really old because not only do I know his dad, his grandpa, but I know his great grandpa.
No.
All right, good morning, Mr. Whisk.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You're charged with operating while intoxicated and possibly impaired driving. This is under state statute. Mr. Tim George is your attorney, and we have not resolved the matter. You're asking me to set this for a final pretrial?
That's correct, Your Honor. We need to do a little further investigation on our part, and we'd just like to set it out for final pretrial.
What's the blood alcohol? Do we know?
I think it's a 0.12, Your Honor.
Is there an offer of impaired?
There's an offer of an OWI first. We need to, based on some information I have from my client, I need to double check the prior conviction, but we're also going to get some assessments done in the meantime.
All right, very good. Mr. Whisk, you're good to go. Stay in contact with your lawyer. Are you still at Clet Road, Constantine?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I don't see that you owe me any money, so you're good to go. We'll set that on a Thursday afternoon. Don't yet know when that is, but we'll give you notice of it. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Keyshawn Rhodes. Good morning, sir. This is file number 25111 SD, People versus Keyshawn Rhodes. Here with his lawyer, Mr. Timothy George. Mr. Rhodes got charged on a formal complaint alleging that on or about May 11th, he was operating on Frank Jones Road, which is where the cattle dairy farm is, on May 11th while intoxicated. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 6 points on your driver's license and requires that your license be suspended. It appears the prosecutors agreed to reduce that to a lesser charge of impaired driving. Is that correct, Mr. George?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Which is better for the defendant. Impaired driving is also a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $300 rather than $500. It carries 4 points rather than 6, and most importantly, allows you to keep a restricted driver's license to drive to and from and in the course of employment. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that charge?
No, sir.
or promise you anything?
No.
You heard me go through the advice of rights and you provided me with a signed copy of them. Do you understand that you'll be giving those rights up by entering this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. George, I appreciate the signed advice of rights. It saves me 5 minutes in
Yes, sir.
each case. All right, according to this, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and not much good happens at 3 a.m. on May 11th. May 11th was a Saturday night into Sunday morning. Jimmy Buffett says there's a fine line between Saturday night and Sunday morning. And they pulled you over Leland and Frank Jones Road. Where were you? How'd you happen to be out there?
I was just trying to make it back home to Kalamazoo.
Where were you coming from?
I was sure that I was down at my mom's house.
All right, well, there's a way to get there from there, but it's pretty convoluted. You'd gone off the side of the road. They gave you a breath test and the PBT was 167 and the breath test was 195. Is that true?
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
A lot. Beers and probably vodka.
Takes a lot to get your blood alcohol to 0.195. It is a long way from Sturgis to Kalamazoo going through there. Fortunately, you went off in a ditch. Fortunately, you didn't hurt yourself or anybody else. The law requires that I set this for what's called screening and sentencing. So we'll pick a date, probably into September. Vacation season is mostly over. I have to get through conference week. Let's see what works for Mr. George. How about Monday, September 15th at 11? Does that work?
I have status conferences that morning, Your Honor.
No.
I'm open on the 22nd.
All right. That should work, and we'll try to set your cases for 9/22. What do you do, Mr. Rhodes? I think you told me at your arraignment, but I forgot.
Yeah, I'm working at some Coleman up in Portage.
Okay.
Your Honor, did you say 10:30 or 11?
11.
Okay.
I do some other ones at 10:30, but I do the drinking driving ones at 11 to give the probation department time to finish this report if needed. All right, if you take the whole day off, you can go to the fair after you get sentenced. Monday, September 22nd is Fair Week. All right, I'm going to send you out to the court office with this, and I'll set you up for what's called screening and sentencing. It's a pretty good plea offer for an accident with a high blood alcohol level. Are you on probation or parole anyplace else?
No,
Are you still at the Angelo Avenue address?
correct.
All right, you're all good. I'll see you on the 22nd.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, we're moving like a herd of turtles here, but all right, let's see who we got next. Tommy Clay Willis.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You wore a shirt and tie the last time you were here too, which again shows that you respect the process. Are you Tommy Willis?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Willis, similar to the last case, you're charged with operating while intoxicated. You live outside of town here on Truckendilla Road. Once again, the prosecutor has agreed to reduce this to a charge of impaired driving. Is that your understanding, Mr. George?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Willis, did you hear me explain the difference between impaired and operating intoxicated with the last case?
Yes, Your Honor.
It will allow you to keep a restricted driver's license, which is a good benefit. Let's take a look at your case. Mr. Rhodes was not doing too great. Let's see how you were doing. Yours was also a formal complaint that alleges on or about May 16th that you were operating while intoxicated on Ottawa Road. Affidavit, if there is one. 2:40, again, very late at night. May 16th was a Thursday night into early Friday morning. There was a crash. BAC of 0.192. Similar to the last case, late at night, out in the country, more than 2 times the legal limit. What were you drinking?
Tito's vodka, Your Honor.
With what?
Grapefruit soda.
Where were you going?
So I was intentionally going to the Shell Mart in Centerville, but the power was out. That was a night of a really big storm that hit us. And so I ended up going to Mendon instead. I was picking up a vape, nicotine. I was out. My wife was home with the baby and her sister. And on my way home, I was about to cross the intersection of Butler Road while driving out south on Ottawa Road, and the storm cleanup crew truck cut me off. I hit my brakes and I slid into the field.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't worse than that. Yes, it was a very bad night. We had no power the next day at the courthouse, Friday, May 17th. It was sunny and bright, but we had no electricity in Centerville the whole day. Where do you work?
I work in Mendon at TH Plastics.
Did you have to work the next day
Yes.
in the morning? Ooh, at 3 o'clock at night, you had to get up and go to work in the morning?
Yeah, the previous evening was my grandmother's birthday. She passed away while I was home on leave from Army training.
Yeah, I thought, are you still in the Army?
Yes, I am an Army reservist, Your Honor.
Okay. And I asked you before, does your CO know about this?
Yes, I talked to my first sergeant about it.
All right. Well, we're gonna set this for the same date, 9/22/25 at 11. That would have been a rough shift the next day. I'll ask you the same thing. Are you on probation or parole anyplace?
I'm not
And you're in the National Guard,
Army Reserve.
Army Reserve. And where, out of where?
Kalamazoo, right by the airport.
All right, I'll see you on September 22nd. And again, I'm glad you weren't hurt or anything worse. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, Zoe Parker. Well, Miss Parker, you don't seem to have made it into, there it is. It was there, I just couldn't see it. These are all on complaints rather than tickets. Are you Zoe Lynn Parker?
Yeah.
And you're from Coldwater?
Yeah.
April 13th, you were charged with operating while intoxicated on Middleton Road. Same as the other cases, the prosecutors agreed to reduce this to a charge of impaired driving.
Okay.
Mr. George, is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've been waiting patiently. You heard me go through the advice of rights, and Mr. George had you execute a written one. Do you understand you're giving up those rights by entering this plea to impaired driving? Is that what you're gonna plead to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do, Ms. Parker?
I work at a store
All right, this will allow you to drive back and forth to work at your.
and I have 2 kids, so if I have a restricted license, can I drive to and from like their doctor's appointments and that type of stuff?
Well, that's a good question. If you're in sobriety court, you can. It's less clear with a regular restricted license. I would
But I also
say,
go to school and like daycare.
probably the medical appointments, school and daycare are less clear. There's an exception for, you can request it. I'll leave it at that. So let's see what we're dealing with here. This was 10 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock at night. April 13th, which was a Sunday evening. You were in the middle of the road. And you were drunk and you were a .200. Oh boy. How'd you end up there?
So my mom wanted a ride home. I ended up picking her up. Well, I didn't pick her up. My friend was driving me. He drove me to Bronson to pick her up, and then we drove to her house, and they were fighting, so we drove to her neighbor's house, and then me and her neighbor ended up finishing the bottle that I was drinking, but my friend was driving the whole time. So, and then he walked away. He went down the road. My friend did, and yeah.
What was in the bottle?
Vodka. I don't
I'm
know.
sure it was kerosene, vinegar,
No.
just straight vodka.
I don't remember the brand.
But were you mixing with something or just drinking it out of the bottle?
No.
Straight vodka? All right. What do you, oh, you work at a store. What store?
I work at a dispensary.
Okay. Do you also use,
Huh?
do you also smoke marijuana?
No.
That's unusual. Well, you basically were passed out in the middle of the street. The other 2 guys went off the road. You didn't do that, but it's a very high blood alcohol level. Sunday night, drunk, straight vodka are all red flags for substance abuse problems. We're gonna do the same thing. We're all gonna be busy on 9/22/25 at 11. We'll do all 3 of these on the same morning, which will tie up my whole probation department, but. All right. Where were your kids when this was going down?
They were at home with my babysitter.
All right. There's a lot of red
I was
flags here.
supposed to be going on a date. That's why I was already drinking, because we went out to eat and we're at the movies or whatever.
All right. Well, there's a lot to unpack here. But it's a very high blood alcohol level and you just sort of ran out of steam in the middle of the road at 10 o'clock at night out in the country. Fortunately, somebody didn't crash into you. All right, Ms. Parker, I will see you also on the 22nd at 11 o'clock. You take that out to the counter and they'll give you more information.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. We've come to be numbed to high blood alcohol levels. All 3 of those were 19 and 20. which is, if you look up in the dictionary, it's real drunk. And, we're just sort of expect that everybody's gonna, it's 2.5 times the legal limit to drive a car. And this lady passed out. The other two guys ran off the road. We've become desensitized to high blood alcohol levels. All three of those could have been charged with high blood alcohol level, and they were all reduced to impaired. All right, Mr. George, we're on the home stretch here, I think.
Yes, sir.
And all three of those people need a restricted license. This is Andrew Chubb. Good morning, sir. Are you Andrew Aaron Chubb?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with a odd offense. Possession of a badger, possession of a uniform badge. It's alleged that on April 17th, you possessed a patch and did exhibit, display, or use a badge, patch, or uniform of the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. You got pulled over for driving without a plate. And they stopped you. And then you told the officer you had some badges. And the prosecutor recommends simply fines and costs. You got $1,700 in unpaid fines and costs in other cases. Are you going to plead to this misdemeanor offense of unlawfully displaying a police badge?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give you did they seize the badge? How did you come to possess it?
Found in a dumpster.
A Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety badge. And what about the other one?
It was the same badge.
Other being metallic badge with state of Michigan, seal on the center word police. Why did, all right, I don't know what else to say about it. What do you do, Mr. Chubb?
I'm farm work at a farm.
Which farm?
My uncle's,
Which uncle?
Anthony, Leonidas,
Okay. How many acres
18.
is it?
I just work for him. Shovel horse.
Is it an animal farm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, rather than crops. Okay. You got a restitution hearing coming up in another case. You got the no plate charge. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this charge?
No, sir.
Why were you driving around with no license plate? That's like something that says, please pull me over.
I just bought that car that day. I
Okay.
just taking it home.
Why did you tell him you had the badges? Thought maybe it might get you some leeway on the ticket?
No, because he asked to search the vehicle and I just told him it was in there anyway. I was badges anyway.
Did they take you to jail?
No, sir.
All right. I'm gonna do a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee. That's $200 plus the attorney fee of $350. You owe a bunch of money. I'm gonna do a payment plan. So at least $50 per month with other cases. This is kind of a screwy charge, but I'm not exactly sure what you were doing with it, but probably wasn't square. All right, the court officer is going to take you out to the counter. I want you to set up a payment plan with the ladies out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what's going on with Jordan and the conference room. But, I don't know where Pablo is. But Luke, we can take your cases. Yes. Good morning, sir. Are you Shaquan Coleman?
Yes, sir.
Normally I'd ask you to remove your headgear, your hat. Probably part of the style here, but in the courtroom, you don't wear a hat or chew gum or sit in your underwear, but, you're charged with driving suspended. Let's take a look at yours and no proof of insurance. Driving suspended is under state statute and the no proof of insurance is under Sturgis Three Rivers Ordinance. Apparently the city attorneys agreed to dismiss the no insurance, which will save you $150. If you plead to driving with a suspended license, is that the offer?
Yes, Judge, and there's a no jail recommendation as well.
Yes. Take a look at this. The ticket says you were driving a car on March 10th, Broadway and Constantine in Three Rivers, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No plate. That'll get you pulled over every time. 40 and a 25. That probably will too. Revoked ops, prior conviction, open intox in the vehicle, vehicle not insured. The more you read, the worse it looks. All they cited you for was driving suspended second and no proof of insurance. So the plea would be to driving suspended first offense, and that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points and requires that your license be suspended, and the prosecutor is recommending no jail time. You understand?
Mhm.
Other than that, did anybody promise you anything
No, sir.
or threaten you?
No, sir.
Where were you going?
To a friend's house to drop him off.
Where were you coming from?
Kalamazoo.
Well, you don't much care. Driving suspended to Kalamazoo, June 14th of 24. Driving suspended, Grand Rapids, 6/24/24. Driving suspended, no, that other one, June 14th, July 19th, Grand Rapids, 22, Kalamazoo, 20. Driving suspended with a serious injury, 2018. Failed display of valid license, 2018, that's 6. Driving suspended, 2018, that's 7. Gee whiz, fleeing and looting. No valid license, 2015. Jeez, you got about 10. I'd like to put you in jail. You don't give a rip. You're driving too fast. You don't have a plate. You got open intox. You got 10 prior DWLSs and you're doing taking a friend from Kalamazoo to here, but the plea agreement offer was no jail. Plus, I think we got some bumps in the road here. You failed to appear several times. Did you end up doing some jail here?
No, Kalamazoo, I bought it up for 500. All right, 2 days.
All right. How'd you get here today?
I got a ride.
Where's that person?
They went to go get breakfast.
Let's make sure Mr. Coleman didn't drive here today. Are you employed, sir?
Not at the moment. I sell cars.
Showed us driving suspended first. 2 days jail in Kalamazoo before you posted the bond here. I think I've got $500. If you drove here, tell me now, save yourself a lot of grief.
No,
Well, that was very nice of them to go out for breakfast without you. Yeah, I have $500 cash. Let's see if you owe me anything else.
I didn't see anything else, Judge.
Doesn't look like it. All right, a $100 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and $150 attorney fee. It's $375. You got $500 of bond. You're gonna get the balance of it back. All right, have a seat for a minute while I confirm you didn't drive.
The deputy index looking that up right now.
All right, and we'll address Mr. Knopfler's other cases. You have a signed waiver of rights. If you didn't drive, we're all squared away. Luke, do you have another one for me?
No, Judge, I have some other things, so I'll come back.
Well, this will just take a minute. Mr. Bush, we got a couple, Angela Richmond. Angela Richmond. A lot of drinking driving cases today because we get almost one a day, give or take. Let's take a look at yours, Miss Richmond. You got a ticket on January 9th for refusing a preliminary breath test and operating while intoxicated. Had a lot of bumps in the road here, missed court dates and other things, but you're here now. I tried to call you on July 11th when you didn't show up, and then you got a bench warrant. Then you called later, and then you came in and we reset it. All right. What happened to the refused PBT? Do you know, John?
That was not discussed, right?
Let's see where that is. It might have got defaulted because she missed so many dates. Probably would be dismissed. Yeah, it shows as a default. We'll find out about the check into the refused PBT. Refusing a preliminary breath test is a civil infraction. It's punishable by a fine only, and when you didn't show up for court on multiple dates, I think that clerk's entered a default on that charge showing that it was entered. Let's see if we can do something with that. All right. You've been here a while. Did you hear me explain the difference between operating while intoxicated and impaired driving? Maybe not. So let's take a minute and do that. To understand that operating while intoxicated is a misdemeanor, it's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 6 points on your license, requires that your license be suspended. In this case, the prosecutor has agreed to reduce it to impaired driving, which is punishable by up to 93 days in jail, a fine of up to $300. It carries 4 points rather than 6. It allows you to keep a restricted driver's license, which is very important to get back and forth to work. You understand?
Yes.
I don't know if you were in here when I went through the advice of rights, and I don't know if I have an advice of rights attached to
Yeah,
this.
this is gonna be set for last pre-trial.
Oh, it is? It's not even a plea?
No.
I'm sorry, John. Offer. You're from Vicksburg? Let's see. I don't know why you missed so many court dates. But you're here now. I need to. Okay, John, what was the blood alcohol here?
It was 0.179.
That's about on par with what else we've had today. What do you do, Miss Richmond? I think you told me when I met you at your arraignment. What's your occupation?
Dental assisting.
All right. But we're gonna set a last pretrial where they'll get some more information. The offer is impaired, which is consistent with the other offers made today on these high blood alcohol cases.
There's a few matters to look into, but I suspect that's going to be accepted at
All
the
right.
last pre-trial.
That'll be on a Thursday afternoon at 2:00. And we'll give you notice of that.
She has a different mailing address.
All right. I don't want to put it out here, but you're no longer at Frank Street.
No longer there.
I want you to stop out at the counter and give the Berkshire
Yeah.
current address.
Yes, I
And
will.
you're free to go on about your business.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Coleman walks on the northeast across the street, out of camera shot, so.
All right. Mr. Coleman? Apparently your friend didn't drop you off in the parking lot. You walked across the street out of camera range. So if you did drive here, be prepared to get pulled over on your way back to Kalamazoo. So my suggestion is that you don't drive back. But my fear is you drove here and parked off a block or two away. But if you did, they'll pull you over on the way back. So you might want to have somebody come get you if you did drive. But other than that, you're free to go.
Okay. What did you say about the remaining balance?
You're gonna get some money back. So go out to the counter and they'll give you the balance of your bond back.
Okay.
I think it's $125. Thank you, Mr. Nossinger. Don Slater. I think we'll finish these cases.
This will be the same. It's going to be set for last pre-trial.
Good morning, Mr. Slater.
Good morning, Judge.
We met before, but you got an old unpaid ticket, no valid ops. You paid everything but $20.
Yeah, I know.
So you got $20 on you today?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna set this for a final pretrial on a Thursday afternoon. Are you still at the McAllister?
Yes.
Benton Harbor?
Yes.
Are you drove all the way over here All right, go pay the $20. We'll clear that one up and then we'll set this one for a last pretrial.
I don't know if there may be a spelling issue. There's only one Alan McAllister. And we've been using two. I'm not sure what the court has. Maybe you have it correct.
McAllister.
That's exact, yes, sir.
All right, one L is in
It's
it.
just one.
All right, we got it spelled right.
I've been using two L's. Excuse me.
All right. You're good to go. We'll set a last pretrial. Defendant to pay unpaid ticket.
Okay.
I'll have you take this out for me. That's file number 241356. We'll close that one out.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, and John Cap, same thing, set a last pretrial.
That's correct, Judge.
All right, Mr. Cap. I expressed my frustration with you the last time I saw you. I don't need to do it again.
Since got my transportation issues resolved with the city, and I've had some shortcomings between now and then.
All right, well, don't do any more dumb stuff, okay? Between now and then, I said to you, it's like you just don't care. Every time they see you driving, they're gonna pull you over. And we got two of these, 251254 and 25632 ST. We'll set last pretrials in each cases and we resolve them at some point.
I think.
All right, Mr. Cap, you're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I believe that
All
covers
right,
it.
thank you. Mr. George, you have more for me?
I have Mr. Wadley. He's in custody.
All right. He's pleading to.
Just as charged, it's just.
All right. We'll bring him in and get him out of his way, out of your way.
He's on custody for a probation violation, Your Honor, so I did advise him there would likely be time served.
We don't have Ross, we don't have Lori Hines, we don't have Casey Strong. I'm not sure how all that happened. Mr. Wadley is number 8. Thank you, John. Okay. Let's see how long Mr. Now, what are these? Are all Jordans, and we'll do those in a minute. Good morning, sir. You're John Franklin Wadley.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wadley, we've met, but I needed to identify you for the record. I didn't want you to think I didn't remember you. You're charged with no operator's license, which in the scheme of things, of your other problems, is probably the least thing you have to worry about, but it's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Carries 2 points on your license. I represented to your lawyer that I'm going to give you time served for this. You got 32 days credit. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to plead to that charge?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that?
No, Your Honor.
Promise you anything?
No, Your Honor.
To understand that there won't be any trial if you plead to this charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's take a look at this. Now, I asked Community Mental Health to come out and see you at the jail. Have you been connected to the
Yes, Your Honor.
jail? All right, you seem much better today than the last time I saw you. After I saw you, I sent an email and asked the jail liaison to see you, and so you'd seem a lot better. Are you taking medication now?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, good. I know your parents were quite concerned too. All right, it says here that you were driving oh, that's the last lady, darn it. I'm trying to X these out as I finish them. There's so many things in here. June 30th, were you driving a car on Michigan Avenue and Silver Street without a valid license?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Remember where you were going?
Oh, yeah, my
my house. I had my permit, but I didn't have a licensed driver with me.
All right. You understand this may cost your permit for a period of time?
Yes, Your Honor.
32 days credit, 32 days. I'll waive the fine, I'll waive your attorney fee. With a minimum $125 state cost and crime victims' rights fee for 2 additional days, which will get swallowed up by the time you're doing. Make this concurrent with the PV, which is Julian Ellsworth Marquez.
Then I do have a couple of cases that are set for last. I didn't know if we could
Yeah,
make records on them too and release them.
sure. Just have a seat, sir. Gabriel Villafuerte Ramirez. Fourth. Right up to the podium, if you would. Good morning. This is file 251102. In this case, you're charged with operating while intoxicated. And your lawyer is asking for more time to work on this case, so we're gonna set it for a final pretrial on a Thursday. Are you still at Parkway Street in LaGrange?
Yeah.
All right, you're free to go. We'll set a final pretrial. I can't tell that you owe me any money. I always try to remind people of that. But you're good to go, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Stay in contact with your lawyer. Maya Black. Good morning. I met you at your arraignment. Are you Maya Leah Black?
Lean, yes, sir.
And you told, I did the same thing last time.
Yes,
so
sir.
when you did-
Sorry.
You're charged with driving with a suspended license.
Hmm.
Jordan, what's the status here?
Your Honor, she's suspended on a civil judgment.
Oh, boy.
She did file a motion today, or is in the process of working on filing it today for installment payments. We're hopeful that with time, if she can get that set up, the prosecutor and I can reach an agreement that won't further suspend her privileges. And hopefully, if she does get that set up, the plaintiff in that civil judgment will lift any kind of lien or hold on her license so she can get that reinstated. So the plan is set it out, see what she can get paid on this judgment, and then hopefully we can work out a resolution.
Very good. One time there were 31 ways to get your driver's license suspended. There's probably more than that now. One of the most difficult is when you get sued and the party seizes your driver's license. The Secretary of State didn't do it, a private party did it. They're very hard to get unsuspended, but it does happen. So you're working on that. Are you still at the River Street Apartment 2?
Yes, sir.
All right. You stay in contact with your lawyer and good luck lifting that suspension.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. McLaughlin is also set. for
Yes,
the last.
Timothy Raymond McLaughlin. This is file number 251049. Mr. McLaughlin, you're charged with driving suspended. You got multiple prior ones. Let's see how much you owe me, if anything. Order. I don't see that you owe me anything. You're working on resolving this one?
Yes, Your Honor, there's no offer at the current time. We're just asking for additional time for me to continue negotiations with prosecuting attorney.
All right, one thing they could do is they could amend it up to driving suspended second. How'd you get here today?
I got drove.
Where's that person?
In the car.
Out in the parking lot?
Yep.
All right, let's make sure he didn't drive here. It's boring enough sitting in here. At least they can listen to the radio out in the car. Are you still at Thomas Street?
Yep.
All right, let's make sure he's got a driver. But I will, set this for a final pretrial on a Thursday afternoon at 2:00.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're good to go.
Thursday.
We don't know yet. They'll send us the date now.
All right, is that the last of those?
I believe so. Everyone else is going to be a plea or is a no-show.
All right, let's keep plowing away.
Oh, sorry, I have one more. David Traddles. I apologize.
David Traddles?
Correct.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is David Richard Traddles, also charged with no valid operator's license. Again, you're working on resolving this one.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Traddles has been corrected with the Secretary of State. They require some information from his medical provider. Once we have that, hopefully we can get this straightened out and get a resolution.
So you got a medical issue?
No, it's, for me, not the reason why I don't have my license is they want me to have a full physical to make sure, and it's been so long.
All right.
So they just want me to have a full physical done by a doctor.
All right, well, that gives your lawyer some wiggle room here to try to resolve this to help you get your license back.
Yeah.
Are you still at Fisher Lake Road?
Yep.
You live just down the street from me,
Yeah, I know.
so don't drive past my house.
I got you to get here.
Have somebody else drive it, okay? You got $475 of unpaid fine on a use of a controlled substance. Are you paying on that?
Yeah, I've been paying on all my fines and costs off.
All right, looks like you're on a payment plan.
Yeah, I thought I was paid. I thought I was all the way paid off.
No, stop out at the counter and see the ladies out there regarding that.
Okay, okay.
All right, otherwise you're good to go.
I think.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, now I think that was my last.
All right. What?
You're doing a plea, right?
He does want to come back in. Did he drive? Does he have a driver?
Joe's, but I don't know if he's got a driver or not. I suspect no.
Yes. I don't care whether he refuses. Tell him I want to speak to him.
Say that again, sir?
Tell him I want to speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, just come up to the podium for a minute.
We checked both sides. There's no car out there waiting for him.
Okay,
And at the point I tried to get him to come back in, he was gonna refuse.
okay.
Was not refusing. I just don't understand why I can't go if I'm not out there.
All right. Return to the matter of Timothy Raymond McLaughlin, file number 251049. Mr. McLaughlin is charged with driving suspended, has multiple previous driving suspended, and the court has a strong suspicion that he drove to court today and lied to me about it.
That's crazy as heck.
All right. All right. You indicated you had a driver waiting out in the parking lot. And that person apparently isn't here. Who brought you here?
My girlfriend,
All right, what's her name?
Danielle,
All right, where is she?
she's probably getting something to eat. Been here since 8:30.
Yeah, it's a long morning. All right. if you are still driving, it makes anything your lawyer's trying to do for you very difficult. And it makes it likely that you're gonna go to jail. And they don't let people be trustees and mow the grass anymore, so stop driving if you are. If you're not, don't worry about it. I have a suspicion, both in the way you said it and the way things played out, that you don't have a driver waiting for you. So you have a seat, and when your girlfriend comes to pick you up, you can go with her.
Can you watch the cameras
Yeah,
as
you
it pulls up
can,
then?
you can wait out there.
Perfect.
All right.
Security, this person is supposed to be sitting outside, unable to leave. By outside, I mean in the hallway.
All right, sir, you've been waiting a long time. I'm going as fast as I can. And this is file number 251108 SD, People versus Julian Ellsworth Marquez. That's you, sir?
Yeah.
You and I, this is deja vu all over again, because I just did this in January, but you're charged with driving while intoxicated. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail. Actually, you're charged with a high blood alcohol level, which is punishable by up to 180 days in jail, fine of up to $750, 6 points on your driver's license, and the suspension of your driving privileges. This. It's alleged that on April 20th, you were driving at Edgewater with a blood alcohol of 0.10% or more. Jordan, what's the plea offer here?
Your Honor, the prosecuting attorney has agreed to dismiss all charges in exchange for a plea to OWI as a first offense.
All right, so reduce it as a possible second. Reduce it to an OUIL first.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
Repeat that, he did not.
Other than that, anybody promise you anything
No.
or threaten you?
No.
Stand by, I was on that, Judge. It was verified on camera, he did not drive.
Okay, he's free to go. All right, you did give me an advice of rights. I'm giving those up by entering this plea. What were you drinking?
Beer and a little bit of liquor.
Fight in the parking lot. Another girl got arrested. Well, this affidavit doesn't even apply to you. It's about some girl named Alicia Sanchez Wilson.
She's listed in the report, Your Honor.
I think they put the wrong affidavit of probable cause in here.
There were several people. I believe one of the witnesses is on a probation right now.
What was your blood alcohol level?
I'm not sure.
He refused a breathalyzer. They did a blood draw and it was 0.24.
Oh my. Are you still on probation on the January case?
I'm not on probation for that.
All right. Well, there's a lot of red flags here. You got arrested, you got sentenced in January, you got arrested in April. Your blood alcohol's 3 times the legal limit. How old are you?
22.
Oh, that's scary. Jordan, we set you for September 15th. Does that work for this also?
Yes, Your Honor.
We've got some serious exploration to do here. One option is to give you a big giant jail sentence. Another option is to figure out what we need to do. I don't think you're mature enough for sobriety court, but this is scary stuff. I want you to take this copy out to the counter. We're gonna do the sentence on September 15th at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. McWaters. Have a seat there with your lawyer.
Your Honor, Mr. McWaters had indicated earlier today that he was interested in taking the plea offer. He did call to me from the galley and indicate he's not so sure on that now. He unfortunately wants a guarantee on no jail, and that's not something I can provide.
Well, let's talk about it here for a minute. Let me finish with Mr. Marquez. Mr. McWaters, you and I go back a long ways.
Yes, sir.
And you've been here a number of times over the years for one thing or another. But the law has changed. There's a presumption that the court is supposed to enforce or accept, that there's a presumption that it's not a jail sentence. I don't always agree with that. In fact, very often I don't. But the court has to start with that presumption. I don't know what you did yet until you tell me. The complaint alleges that on or about November 8th, you stole some food from the Eagles Club. I would contact that as not the crime of the century. You also destroyed a metal can that belonged to the Eagles Club. What is the plea offer? Plea to larceny and dismiss the...
Correct, plea to larceny under 200 with the dismissal of count 2.
I think you did some jail. You got arrested on the 27th. You posted. You did 1 day in jail. So that sounds about sufficient for me. The affidavit says that you took $121 worth of stuff out of the freezer, which is more than a little bit. Said you don't remember it.
I don't remember, Your Honor.
All right. Well,
I do remember.
all right. Okay. I'm going to order that you pay restitution.
Yes, no problem.
All right. So are you willing to plead to the fact that you stole $121 of food from the Eagles Club?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to do that?
No.
Or promise you anything?
No, Your Honor.
And I will say, Your Honor, in discussing this with Mr. Robert, his office was not taking any kind of position on additional jail time, so we would ask for time served and fines.
I do have $100 of cash bond. That'll go a ways to paying the restitution. Did you give me an advice or rights on this one?
Your Honor, I didn't just go and steal the food. There was something behind it. So.
All right. What was behind it?
The day before, I'd been homeless and staying in a homeless camp behind Walmart. The St. Joe County Sheriff's Department came over there and as my witness, my mother was there too. I spent $170 on groceries and they threw it in the garbage. They threw everything I owned in the garbage. So there's, I don't know, 10 people that are hungry. Everybody's hungry. Everybody got their food through in the garbage. And that's why I did that, because we were hungry. I know it's not right and my thinking was wrong, but we were hungry.
All right. Where are you living now?
I'm still homeless. I'm getting ready to leave the state, I would hope, and go to Arkansas where my daughter and grandkids are.
Do you have any source of income?
I work, I do pre-work here and there. So I don't make a lot of money, but I survive. So.
All right. You've got an old unpaid traffic ticket also.
I never knew that. I thought my dad paid it before he died.
1-7 failed display of valid license. All right. Who posted your $100 bond?
My mother did.
Can I apply that to his fines? I'll call it 2 days jail credit, 2 days. Fine is 0. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee.
Would you waive the attorney fee, Your Honor?
I guess so.
Thank you.
And a $121 restitution to the Eagles.
I'll pay that right away. We'll be right on to it.
125 plus 121 is 246. Minus $100 bond is $146. Defendant also owes $200. Put you on a payment plan.
Thank you.
There was also a cut to the chain and the padlock. Let me see if there's a restitution request in here. I want to make that $150 to the Eagles Club. So that's $300. $275.
That's a grand total, Your Honor, of what I owe.
You owe $175
I'll
plus
get right on to
$200.
it. I never knew I owed the $200 because they took my driver's license. And,
Yeah, you got one of the reasons.
and then they gave it back to me though, so I thought my
They
dad
changed the
paid it.
rules. You used to couldn't get your driver's license until you paid your fine.
Right, that's what made me think my dad had paid it before he died and didn't tell me.
No, that's unlikely. All right, well, I want you to go out to the counter and set up a payment plan for all of this.
I will, and I'll pay it real quickly.
All right, very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll
All right, Mr. McWaters,
McWaters.
you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
They're gonna hand it on to.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, how about if you don't come back for a while?
I've been trying to stay away.
Stephanie Vine, good morning. You're Stephanie Ann Vine.
Morning.
You've been waiting here a long time. It's been a long morning for all of us. The allegation is that you committed a domestic assault. All right, Miss Vine, we talked about this at your arraignment. You're charged with assaulting Danica Struckman, a resident or former resident of your household.
Yes, sir.
The prosecutors agreed to reduce that to a charge of disturbing the peace. They did one of these earlier today. Disturbing the peace doesn't matter who was right or wrong or who started it, but was there a quarrel, argument, or disturbance in a public place? You posted a $200 bond.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No, Your Honor, I'm just trying to get to work right now, and this is taking forever, and I'm already late.
I'm sorry. Where do you work?
American Axle. I've been working overtime to provide for my family.
Very good. All right, tell me what happened that day.
I was at work, I was coming home, and my stepdaughter's boyfriend at the time belittling me on the phone and stuff, and I know she had everything to do with it because she always knows, and he kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and I gave her 30 days to get a job the day before. She didn't even try. Because I was trying to be nice to her. And then when he went off on me, it brought back my childhood memories of when I was bullied. And I just couldn't take it anymore.
This is your stepdaughter?
Yeah.
Are you all still in the same house?
No.
How long were you in jail?
One day.
One day jail credit, 1 day. Who moved out, you or her?
She did.
So this is your house on Garfield Court?
It's a house that me, my mom, my stepdad, and my wife rent. I'm helping him get through his cancer treatment.
Those are very expensive houses out there. It's a nice neighborhood, close to work.
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, if possible to waive an attorney's fee in this one too.
You've earned it. She works at American Axle. She can afford to pay the attorney fee. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, and $150 attorney fee. That's $350. You've applied $200 of bond, so you owe $150. I'll give you 30 days to pay that. Can you pay that by September 1st?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you need more time, just tell me.
I've just been taking care of, Steve McMaster. I take care of him because of his cancer treatment, and you're gonna make me pay even more.
Yes. I have. The actual cost of your lawyer was much more than $150. You have a full-time job. You posted a $200 bond.
Well, I didn't have a choice because I had to get back to work, sir.
All right. Well, you've got 30 days to pay that, and you're free to go. Mr. McMasters, good luck to you.
Is it possible to take Maurice Kelly, Your Honor?
Yes. Maurice Kelly. You getting ready to go home? Yeah, you've been sitting here all morning.
I know, they are the first ones here. I'm trying to.
All right, this is People versus Maurice D. Kelly. File number is 251121.
Correct, Your Honor.
This is People versus Maurice Darnell Kelly. File number is 251121. Mr. Kelly was charged with carrying a firearm without a license and reckless use of a firearm. The defendant is going to plead to count one, paying a pistol without first obtaining a license, which is a 90-day misdemeanor, $100 fine, and requires forfeiture of the weapon. The charge of reckless use of a firearm will be dismissed. Is that your understanding, Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Your Honor, just for the record and for Mr. Kelly's knowledge, he does have some traffic tickets. You can go to the county and take care of
A
them.
couple of civil infraction tickets.
Yes,
All right.
he knew those were out there. And I didn't get any notice of those. He'd asked about those today, so I asked, she said that they're at the counter. He can go take care of those today. He has not yet been defaulted on those, so.
All right, Mr. Kelly, other than this plea agreement, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
Say again?
Anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this
No,
or threaten you?
no.
And you got into it with your neighbors.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't my neighbor.
Oh,
It
who's
was-
Brian Hodges?
No, that's not who it was. It was Joe Stewart, which
Yeah.
I had
Well,
a
Brian
restraining order
Hodges.
against him
It was a,
in
all
the
right.
past.
According to this, you pulled out a gun and cranked off a round, and you had the gun, a .357 Mag Ruger, but it was not registered, and you didn't have a license to purchase it.
Just came to my house and threatened me.
Okay, I don't even disagree with it, but you gotta have a $500 cash bond. Did you spend that one day in jail?
Yes.
That was no fun. What was this about?
He came to my house and trying to extort $1,200 from me. Previously, he had already tried to kick in my door with a machine gun and broken my right arm. Then he comes to my house and trying to extort $1,200 from me, and if I didn't give it to him, he's gonna kick my teeth in.
Who is he?
Joe Stewart. I had a restraining order put on him 2 or 3 years ago, and he comes to my house and threatened to kick my teeth in my house. And then on top of that, since this incident has happened, he's been to my house in my driveway, sitting in the car on 2 occasions.
Why is he mad at you?
This property, my mother-in-law owns property. He wants me to pay for it, and I told him I'm not paying for it. I don't own it. It's not my house. My name ain't on the deed. I don't pay no taxes there. He want me to pay for everything over to give him $1,200. I said, if I owned it, I would do that, but I don't own that. So I told him I ain't doing it. So he's gonna try to make me do it.
Well, fine here is 0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee, $275. You got $500 of bond. I'm gonna give you the balance of your bond money back.
Your Honor, he had inquired, depending on the cost of those tickets, can that remaining bond be applied to those tickets?
Yes, when you go out and talk to the ladies, you can apply some of that to the fine, and the firearm is forfeited. I don't have any discretion in that. I don't know if we have an open warrant for Joseph Stewart.
I think I need another restraining order. It's been
Well,
back
it
to my
sounds
house
like-
twice since then, in my driveway, since this incident.
Well, I would encourage you to get one. You got one before. He's got a couple unpaid traffic tickets, but it doesn't look like we have a warrant for him.
And he has 2 guns legally. And he's legally insane. That's what I understand. If he's legally insane, how can he have license to have 2 guns?
I can't answer that one. All right, if you go out to the counter, you can talk to the ladies about that ticket.
Okay.
I don't like this. I don't want to have something go haywire over your neighborhood. You're generally a law-abiding citizen.
I'm mad at my own business, staying at home, not messing with nobody.
Well, I would encourage you to get another PPO. All right, I was court officer, take you out there and deal with those other matters.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We still got a ways to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have only 5 left.
All right, what did we do with Jose via Barrera?
He's gonna be a plea, Your Honor. You had called him earlier, but he does not need a translator, so.
I just want to say this, your sobriety course.
I saw you back there. I wonder how you're doing. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful.
I'm gonna,
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, it's good to see you.
you take it.
Yes, she completed my program and did a great job. So it's nice to see her.
a very nice couple.
Yes, I don't know what's going on there. Good morning, sir. You're Jose Juan Avila Barrera.
Yes.
You're charged also with operating while intoxicated. The prosecutors agreed to reduce this to a charge of impaired driving. You understand the charge? You understand the charge?
Yes.
We did several of those today where it was reduced from operating while intoxicated to impaired. In that one, it's punishable by up to $300 fine, up to 93 days in jail. 4 points on your driving record. It would allow you to keep your driving privileges for restricted purposes to and from work, school, court, other limited purposes. You understand?
Yes.
You got a ticket on June 21st in Sturgis at 7 a.m. for operating while intoxicated. It says your blood alcohol was a 0.12. Where were you going?
Well, I was supposed to be going home, but I went to the car wash to wash off the truck. And
had you been out all night?
not out, but I was at a ranch with one of my buddies.
What were you drinking?
Beer.
How much you think you had?
Mm, 24 with my buddy and just us two.
So you split a 24 case, okay. Not that you drank
No,
24,
no.
okay.
Well, 12 beers could get you to a 0.12. What do you do, sir?
I work at a factory in Sturgis, selling polymers.
Jordan, I don't know how many cases we set for the 15th, but let's set this one on there also.
I think we're only at 2, and I
All right.
assumed that we would just set all of these on
Yes.
scenes for that day, so.
All right, take this out to the counter. And I will see you on September 15th at 11 a.m. All right, we're still plugging away here.
We could be done by noon.
Yes, that's the whole. Darren Yoder, I'm doing okay. This is file number 251128, People versus Darren Randall Yoder. Mr. Yoder is charged with operating while intoxicated as a first offense in this file, and in 1129 with driving suspended. Defendant's going to plead to OUIL first and dismiss the driving suspended. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, let's take a look at your ticket, Mr. Yoder. File number on the operating while intoxicated is 251128. Operating while intoxicated as a first offense is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. They say that this happened at 2:53 in the afternoon right here in Centerville.
No, sir. It happened at Taco Bell in Sturgis.
At or near Industrial Parkway, Centerville.
That could have been the driving suspended ticket.
Let's look at this one.
Yeah.
OUIL and DWLS.
Yeah, this happened June 15th in Sturgis.
Well, they got the wrong spot.
Yeah, I was moving from one parking spot to another. And yeah.
All right. We'll figure it out. What was the blood alcohol?
He did a breathalyzer on scene, blew a .38.
Yeah, it was a high blood alcohol. To be perfectly fair, I was in the middle of drinking a beer and I set it down and I went to move the vehicle over to where I set my beer down at. Because normally I'm a passenger in the vehicle. It was my fiance's car and she was at work. And so I went to move the vehicle into a shadier spot and
We'll sort it out.
The blood draw was .35.
All right.
yeah, it was definitely high. I'm not discounting that at all.
All right, well, we'll find out more about it. Jordan, we're gonna have to use a different date. I can't do 4 on the same day. I only have 3 probation officers. September 29th, does that work for you?
I can do that at 11.
Yeah, we'll set anything else we need to do there.
That might be the only one remaining with a delayed sentence, Your Honor.
What were you drinking? Beer?
Beer.
That's
by all means.
That's a pretty high blood alcohol level for beer, but we'll see.
Well, that's what I was going to explain is, I normally drink, obviously not now, but, between 4 and 6 tall boys, but I sip them all day long throughout the day. And then if I still have one left over in the middle of the night, I might wake up, roll over and take a couple of sips, go back to sleep. At that particular time, I had 2.5 beers roughly, but that's not including the, throughout the night.
Yes, what was in your system.
Yeah.
They have to take you to the hospital at .32.
Yeah, they had a blood draw.
All right, we give him that. Take that out to the counter and the ladies will give you some more information, but I will see you on September 29th at 11.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. So,
Well, I guess like 2 months, really.
yeah, pretty close.
Okay.
I'll get hold of you with my phone number so that way my phone got shut up.
Yeah, I think you left a number.
I left you.
Okay, let me know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're working on it here.
Ms. Holmes is my last out of custody.
All right, Janasia Holmes. Janasia, I'm sorry. All right, so this is a charge of driving suspended, Janasia Holmes. File number is 18211 South River Road, Three Rivers. And there's also a retail fraud civil infraction. According to this, they're gonna dismiss the charge of driving suspended. And you're gonna plead to, no valid operator's license, is that correct? And that's a misdemeanor, but a small one. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail, fine of up to $100, and it carries 2 points. It does go on your driving record. The other charge, we'll talk about that one in a minute. So let's take a look at this, Ms. Holmes. Are you trying to get your license back?
Yeah. She's been working with the Secretary of State and Kalamazoo to do that.
This will go on your driving record, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna give you a fine, but were you driving a car in Three Rivers at 1:28 in the morning?
Yes. This is from 2021.
1921. 2021. Yeah, you were AWOL for a while. We got bond money in here and sort this out. Was your license suspended way back at that time?
At that time,
Was it?
yes.
All right.
It was.
Well, they gave you a PR bond.
I apologize. I have Mr. Swinehart too on bond.
Mm-hmm. Been thinking around with this for years. Yeah, picked up in July, finally. Did a day in jail. Are you still at the River Road address?
Mhm.
All right. On the no ops, I'm going to 1 day credit, 1 day. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. $200, the fine goes to the city of Three Rivers. Give you 30 days to pay that by September 1st. Are you working someplace?
Yes.
Where do you work?
TH Plastics.
All right, very good. The good news is this case from way back in 2021 is resolved. All right, there's the fine on the first case. Judge Pattison came in this morning thinking he had the last pretrials. But I had cut my vacation short by a day because I didn't want to stick him with 50 last pretrials. So he said it was like Christmas. But we're working on it. All right, Ms. Holmes, you also got charged with a retail fraud in the city of Three Rivers, which they've agreed to make a civil infraction. It's alleged that you were at the South Main Shell and stole some Captain Morgan on November of last year, 2024. It is a misdemeanor punishable by a fine of up to $500 and not more than 90 days in jail, but they've agreed to reduce it to a civil infraction where the fine is $100. Are you going to plead to that charge?
Yes.
Maybe more knowledge, right?
Yes, acknowledge. You don't plead guilty to a civil infraction. You simply admit responsibility. Jordan, frankly, I intended to put the attorney fee on this case, but I didn't realize it was a civil infraction. So I guess she's going to skate on her attorney fee.
I think she's got a lot going on, Your Honor. I'd ask
Yes.
that the court.
She's also got an old unpaid booking fee, which I'm not going to lose too much sleep over right now.
Yep, she's working hard to get this all straightened out, so.
All right.
Thank you.
Did you go on South Main Shell on last November and take a bottle of Captain Morgan?
Yes.
All right. What was up with that?
I was very intoxicated when I did that. Actually,
that night, I did not even recall the happenings until an officer showed up. And we spoke about the situation.
Well, I think they have a video of it, but that one's a civil infraction. It's not a crime. Joe, $100. Also by 9/1 of 25. All right, that takes care of both of these, but all your stuff's due by September 1st. All right, Mr. Swinehart, we're finally up to you.
Yeah.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Jordan, what are we gonna do with Kelly and Burns? Are they in custody?
They're in custody, they're both police.
We'll have to summon them up. It's probably, is it lunchtime?
We are.
Are these guys out here in the back?
Yeah, they're,
Oh, shit, I didn't know that. I would have done them first.
they're both been in for quite a bit of time, so
I
my
see
hope
that.
was they'd be released
Why don't you
today.
go ahead and bring in Mr. Kelly? They're having prime rib and shrimp today, I think. They're missing lunch.
Well, then I'm going there for lunch.
We used to be able to eat lunch at the jail
Yeah.
back before Jordan was born. It was $1. And lunch was better back then. Mr. Swinehart, we're gonna try to take care of everything you got here.
Yes, sir.
Jordan, I think we are gonna finish about 11:59.
19 people, I'll take it.
That's pretty good. We will have, let's see. This is file 251179, People versus Ryan P. Swinehart. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Swinehart, you're charged in this case with domestic assault. They've reduced the charge to disturbing the peace, and you have provided me with a copy of the waiver of your advice of rights. Disturbing the peace is an old-fashioned simple misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that?
No, sir.
Or promise you anything other than that?
No, sir.
The complaint says that on or about June 21st, you assaulted Gisela Gonzalez, someone you had children in common with. And that's the original charge. Disturbing the peace is not a domestic assault. Doesn't require a firearm restriction. It doesn't show as an assaultive offense. Now, 4 o'clock in the morning, nothing good happens at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No,
I
sir.
get a call. You guys had been drinking.
No, I was at home. She came back drunk.
She was drinking and you
With
know,
the kids. I was at home sleeping with the kids, and she came back at 4 o'clock actually it was like 3:50, and we started arguing. And
then you threw some water in her face.
yes, sir.
All right, that's
Court
certainly sufficient for disturbing the peace.
And I believe Ms. Gonzalez is on probation and blew a .15 that day, so that does support his version of events.
I got arrested, and she was let go.
Well, she got arrested later, I think, but yeah, so
That was a different incident, pretty sure.
are you guys still together?
It's complicated, Your Honor.
Do you live in the same house?
Well, she has an apartment over at Edgewater. I have the kids.
Yeah, it is complicated.
She wants to be Miss Independent, but can't even support me and the kids. I mean, it's not even me that needs support, it's the kids, because I struggle barely even feeding them. I get them fed, but it's kind of stressful not even knowing if, like, I had to ask my grandfather for diapers.
How old are the kids?
My daughter's about to be 4, and my son's about to be 2 in November.
Yeah, that's a lot. $75 crime victims' rights fee, $75 fine, and a $50 fine, and a $150 attorney fee. $350. You posted $200 of bond. Well, I think it's a 10% bond. So 180. You owe 170. I'm gonna put you on a payment plan. 1 day jail credit, 1 day. Now, we got another thing we need to deal with.
I was unaware I had a show cause as
You
well.
do, except for this morning on failing to go to the victim impact panel.
Oh, okay.
Did you eventually do it?
I thought last time you said since I didn't show that.
I guess I gave you a day in jail.
You did give me time served for that, yes.
All right. In 242012OD, OSC, 1 day credit, 1 day. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay.
Thank you. Good week.
You need to stop at the counter.
No.
Okay. I know for the.
Yeah, you do need to stop at the counter regarding the payment
The
plan.
payment plan for this case, so just check in before you leave.
Why don't you come up and have a seat? Are you Billy D. Kelly?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kelly, you're charged with retail fraud in the 3rd degree. That's a misdemeanor.
He's charging the 2nd degree, Your Honor.
I'm charged in the 2nd degree. Prosecutors agreed to reduce that to a charge of retail fraud in the 3rd degree, which is a lesser charge, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Been in jail for 26 days. Retail fraud 3rd degree, as indicated, is punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to. Yeah, he's on the top.
He's on the top. You want me to take this one file?
Yes, please. Let's see what's alleged that you did. It's alleged that you were at the Walmart store and you took stuff worth more than $200. As soon as they saw you come in, they started looking for you. And you took some sporting goods, toys, home management items, $368.50. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, Judge Middleton. I apologize to the court and to Walmart for my actions. I am 59 years old.
Yes.
And I know better than that. It was a birthday gift for my nephew. And I made a bad decision.
Yes.
I sure did. And I apologize to the court and to Walmart. I plan on apologizing to them as soon as I'm.
Did they recover the property?
Yes.
I don't think he left with
I
it.
never left the store. I am definitely ashamed. I'm 59 years old and I know better.
Yes. You've been struggling. Where are you living?
Right now I'm homeless.
Yes. Well, I accept the fact that you stole it. I don't think it was a birthday gift. I think it was stuff you were gonna try to sell to get some money. But nonetheless, you admit to taking it without permission. Now, you signed the waiver of the advice of rights. You understand you're giving up
I
your right
gave it
to.
to him, but I didn't have a second, sorry.
All right, we got the waiver of the advice of rights. I'm just gonna take judgment. You're gonna be barred from Walmart for 1 year. I'm gonna give you 26 days credit, 26 days.
Aaron, I would ask the court to consider the time he served and the fines and costs today too.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
26 days credit, 26 days. The fine is $0. I'm gonna waive the attorney fee.
Thank you.
There's $125 of state costs for 2 additional days. Somebody will come post it, you get out, otherwise you got 2 more days to do. And you're barred from Walmart, but otherwise this matter's over and done with, and I appreciate your admission.
Thank you,
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's do Mr. Burns and we'll be,
If we want to make a record on my 2 no-shows while we're waiting for Mr. Burns to come up.
I don't know which ones they are.
Sorry, I didn't know if those were my stack I gave you.
Who are your 2 no-shows?
Sean Haley, he had called the court, and Laura or Jenny one of them had emailed us about him not having transportation and trying to walk. And,
He has some serious health problems also.
yeah.
All right, who was the other one?
We have a Ryan Featherstone.
Ryan Featherstone is,
That was a trespass case, so I don't know if he's
yeah, they're often,
homeless or
yes. Now that was Mr. Kelly.
correct.
Montgomery Burns.
Yes, sir.
Give me a minute, Mr. Burns. I think Kelly has some other unpaid fines and costs, but I could have wiped it out, but I didn't see it. This is file number 251318 SM Robert Dwayne Burns. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm speaking with Mr. Robert this morning. Based on the amount of days that Mr. Burns has been in custody, their office is recommending a plea as charged with time served.
I see that, but I'm supposed to give 10 days notice to the complainant. Let's see how much credit he's got.
I believe he went in July 8th. So this has been out there for about a month, so I would ask.
Let's see, 25 days credit. Mr. Burns, somebody every day has to be last, and I'm sorry today that was you. I didn't realize you were in custody. I would have tried to get this done ahead of time, but
I appreciate that.
the allegation is that on July 7th that you assaulted Michaela O'Connor, someone you had a dating relationship with.
Yes, sir.
And that's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. According to this, you're going to enter a plea to that charge, and the prosecutor is recommending that I give you a sentence of time served. Other than that, did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No, sir.
Or threaten you?
No, sir.
Who is this Michaela to you?
Currently she's an ex-girlfriend, met on Facebook, and she decided, I was homeless at the time, and she moved me out to live with her.
On that day, did you get in an argument?
On that day that she moved me there?
July 7th.
Yes, we did.
That was your very first day there?
No, sir. No,
Okay,
sir.
but on that day, did you get in an argument and slap her?
It was a push, slap, yes, sir.
She had a red mark under her right eye, multiple bruises on her arms.
I was drunk.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Right, no excuse to that.
All right.
Wasn't in the right state of mind.
Where are you from originally?
Niles, Michigan.
All right, I'm gonna let you out of jail, but you're gonna have to come back for the sentence. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, my option is to leave you in jail until I can set it for sentence.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set it for sentence for September 29th.
It's my birthday.
5. Need to give notice to victim. And police report. I'm going to reduce the bond to, what is it now? $3,000 cash or surety, $3,000 PR with a no contact provision. Ms. Yancey's scheduled to be here on September 29th. Let's set this for September 29th. That's a Monday at 10:30 for sentence. Jordan, we didn't make it. It's 12:02. If I hadn't taken that 5-minute recess, we would have made it. All right. I'm gonna let you out of jail. No contact with this Michaela.
Yes, sir.
I want you to come back here and deal with this. Now, the recommendation is time served. So if you show up, it's likely I'm just going to give you the credit for the time that you've served.
Yes, sir.
The crime victim rights statute requires that I set this out at least 10 days even though the prosecutor was willing to just do the sentence. It indicates you slapped her in the face and you'd slapped her on an earlier day, which is a object lesson for people that meet somebody over Facebook. Don't move him into your house.
Yes, yes.
You get a guy with an alcohol problem that comes in your house and slaps you around. It's a lose-lose proposition. All right, you're gonna get out of jail, but you need to come back here on September 29th at 10:30.
I understand.
All right, does your lawyer have your contact information?
I can give it to her.
Yeah, I'd like you to do that.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. Tony, you got your money's worth this morning. Now, we've got landlord tenant this afternoon, starting at 1. I don't know if you're gonna stick around and go to lunch at Yoder's or you're done for the morning.
Yeah, probably.
At their residence.
All right, well, thanks for coming. I'd like to have more of a chance to talk to you, but I gotta go do something during the lunch hour. We had some of everything today.
And it says Edward Street.
If you're interested in applying for a job in St. Joe County, there are people maybe here that could use your services. If you can't find a job in East Lansing.
Alright, so I will get this sent.
Yeah, it can take a while.
I will send you notice.
All right, we had a visitor and he
Do I
was
take this with me?
over there and saw a bunch of stuff.
Thank you.
We'll see you in
Headed back
about
to
2
enjoy
months.
the rest
or a
of this
month.
beautiful day. I'm gonna close out the live stream. I gotta go pick up my bike from the Amish bike store repair. The bill is $10. Hopefully I can pay that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We will end the live stream and we'll be back.